Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today, we've got more news, guys, and we're going to do more just analysis and talk. I know my last video was a little more rambly. I didn't make slides, and that's what happens when you don't make slides, is you get rambly, at least if you're me. So, let's talk about it, though, guys. Are we going to get Han Solo as the next pirate? Are we going to see, are we going to get Polo? Huge shout out to my patrons before we do anything, folks. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It means the world to me. It really, really, really does. Thank you, guys. And if you want to support this channel for free, folks, please help me mount the algorithm. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's do it. To the algorithm, of course, not to any other its. And then just another shout out to myself. If you want to get your roster reviewed or roasted, add me as a friend on Discord and let's get the ball rolling, folks. I'm charging for it, so don't convince yourself that I'm not. But do convince yourself if you want. It's a free land, I think. So whatever that even means, let's get into it, folks. What are the news? What is the news? We have the end of the era, which is hilarious, right? I'm very funny. And so we got the full list of new raid characters. The pirates were thoroughly hinted at. We don't have any like really solid information, but we have some information. We got a lot more raid info. They did announce a new Galactic legend, which we're actually mostly going to talk about that in point number 2. So let's get into it here, folks. So all the characters in the next raid, and I know I'm being a little salty or facetious here, but we do have all like the 5 Bad Batch characters from the new group, not the ones that actually were there for Order 66, not the ones who actually hung out with Deepa Balaba right before she died. The ones that are around for years later after Order 66. We also have the Grand Moff Tarkin clones. You know how he led the clones to purge the Jedi Temple, so that was cool. And we also have the Mace Windu and all of his Guardians. So they actually did release the list of each and every Jedi Guardian or Vanguardian, whatever they're called, and that it is every single one of them. All 16 from that faction that currently exist. I know that Mace and Depa don't currently exist exactly. And then, of course, all pirates. Every single pirate. So Nest will immediately be part of that raid, as will Sana and Hondo. Okay. So let's talk about the pirate hint. That's what everyone wants, right? The full list, you guys can go find that on the forums or whatever. But it is nice to know that final list. So anyways, I don't think it's worth speculating which characters are going to be coming out, because we're going to get a new raid post soon, or sorry, a pirate era post soon, about at least some of the characters that are going to be released, including the Galactic Legend, and we'll talk more about the GL in just a moment. But I do think it's worth me just spending one entire minute, no, I don't know how long it is, to discuss the fact that I'm not going to talk about what characters are going to be part of, like, which who cares what characters, really. We're gonna get pirate characters, and some people will approve of them and some people will not. Hopefully there'll be something palatable. And now there's still a few things to digest, though, beyond like which characters they're selecting. So I mean, there is some that I think that are just no-brainers anyways, but like I said, we're not going to talk about that. So I think the biggest thing that I didn't see I don't think anyone saw it coming. Well, we're getting a new Galactic Legend, but I guess the thing before that is we're also getting a second pirate conquest character. As far as I can tell, that's what this says. Like we're getting 2 conquest pirate characters in a row, because as far as I can tell from the verbiage that Meatface has in his post, I think we're gonna have 2 conquest pirates. So that'll be like SM33 or Smee, like the right hand man of Hook, or is it left hand? Which hand is the hook on? And then we're gonna get 3 pirate leaders. And that doesn't count like Sana, even though she is a lead. She sucks as a pirate leader, I would guess. So it looks like they're saying 1 lead by the next conquest unit, because SM33 is not a lead character. It doesn't have a leader. So it looks like we're going to get a conquest character who is a leader of pirates, which that's fine. And then another lead by the next Galactic Legend coming at the end of the pirate era. And we're also getting a pirate lead like as our first marquee. And that first marquee character, like presumably he sucks long term, right? Like presumably we're going to have the Galactic Legend and the marquee character as the leads, but they're giving us kind of like a character that just, you know, he's just gonna show up and help right away. He's a band-aid, right? Like he'll help immediately for those people who can get him immediately, and the people who can't will wait for however many months it is till they can farm him. You know, 2 to 2, 3, 4, 5 months, who knows? But it looks like we're getting 3 pirate leaders and 2 conquest characters, and the new Galactic Legend is going to be released, as far as I can tell, like 9 months after our most recent Galactic Legend, which they can do what they want, of course. They've been releasing Galactic Legends at a somewhat consistent level, but 9 months stretches it a little. It seems really quick, especially for how many characters are required for these Galactic Legends, all these new marquees. It seems crazy. Anyways, it looks like pirate number 6, if we're getting a 6th pirate, we don't know for sure. I mean, the pirate marquee number 6 will unlock on September 9th, as long as, if I did my math right, which means the new Galactic Legend will be sometime in mid to late September, which and then the conquest pirate lead character that we've discussed in the previous slide would be released in October at some point. And these are all characters that are going to be very important to the new raid. They're not going to be available to anyone until months and months later. It seems a little crazy, guys. I mean, it's already been a little crazy. Like the fact that we're getting I already thought that the SM33 coming out was a little crazy, because he's not going to be around for the first stages of the raid, and that's fine, I guess, because we don't have pirates as well. But now to learn that we're getting another one after that, stretches credulity, folks. So when does the raid go live? June 25th, folks. And I actually predicted it was June 24th, but I mostly just grabbed a date in late June and guessed at it. So it wasn't that much analysis on my part, really. But I said 24th, 25th. That's pretty close. It's closer than you guys guessed. I thought this was a really interesting little blurb. Like, they went out of their way to tell us that our attacks will last a lot less time than they do for the current Naboo raid. Like, they recognize that it's a huge time sink, and they want to they addressed it, which is interesting. It's good on them. I'm always I'm cautiously optimistic, but it's like, do you remember when Rise of the Empire was coming out, the new territory battle, and people were like, dude, you're being so negative, when I was like everyone was so excited when they told us, hey, they're only doing 2 waves per node only 2 waves, and everyone was like, yes, it's going to be so much faster. And I was like, no, you can make 2 nodes, you can make 2 waves take a really long time if you want, or you can just add a ton of nodes. And people were like, dude, you're being so negative. And I didn't want to be negative. I tend to be a fairly positive person. I just I feel like this is one of those things where we don't know, like, just because an attempt should be quicker, how do we know that RNG isn't going to play a huge part of it? And even if we do have fast attempts, how do we know that it's going to be like, oh yeah, as long as I have my team put together well, the entire, like, it's not going to take more than 1 attempt each time? Like, is it just going to be RNG related? Are we still going to be spending just as much time, just in far more frustrated state of mind because it's so RNG loaded? I hope not. I truly hope not. And like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic, but I think that that should be said. The way he worded it, he said each attempt should be much quicker. Not like the entire attack should be quicker. Not we made it consistently faster for you. They said each attempt, and maybe I'm just maybe I'm just being gloomy. I probably am. I just don't just take it for granted that it's going to be easy, folks. And how long will the raid live? A year, it looks like. That's how long the current Naboo raid lasted. That's fine. I guess it's good. We're not going to have 2 of our very important teams until about halfway through this raid, though. I mean, we're not going to get we're not gonna get the pirates till like December, guys. Not all of them. Well, the new Galactic Legend one a little earlier, I guess. But if you want to, unless you're spending money, then of course you'll get them significantly earlier. But if you have to farm them, you're not going to be able to use them until December. For half of the raid. Half the raid will be done by the time we have all the teams we need for this raid. And we know that the relic requirements and total scores to get the max crate haven't changed. They did shuffle around the requirements to get like middle tier crates, which is nice, I guess. I think a lot of guilds probably will appreciate that. It seems good. I didn't spend a lot of time looking at those, frankly. Hopefully it's good. It seems like it might be okay, potentially. That's a statement that means almost nothing. But anyways, so if you're not spending on all of the new characters, this is just crazy. Like, the new raid is going to pop out, and we're suddenly, the people who have been spending on all of the new characters and all of the new stuff, they'll immediately be able to have 3 teams, maybe 4, maybe like 4 at the max. Right, so we'll have the clone team, the Bad Batch team, the Mace Windu team, and then like potentially the potential 4th team would be something presumably with like Kelleran Beck lead or something. We don't really know. We're not going to spend a lot of time on raid mechanics yet, even though they released some of that information, because it's just we got to just play it and see how it looks and how it goes. But people who have not been spending will have at most 2 teams, maybe just 1, and like 1.5. And so, yeah, I think I think a lot of guilds are going to take some pretty big hits here, folks. The fact that we have at most 4 teams available, it is crazy to me. Okay, so final stuff, folks. I don't want to delve into too negative of stuff. There were 2 couple posts by Meatface on Discord, and so I figured you guys would maybe want to know if you didn't see them. So he said he's going to release the pirate info sometime next week. So at the end of next week, so approximately June 20th. I don't think we should necessarily hold him to that exactly, but hopefully, I mean, they need to post something. Like, our next marquee coming up is pretty soon, actually. In fact, we're gonna get Depa next week, and then a couple weeks later we'll get our first pirate. So, anyways, and then he did post this. I think this is just a joke. Someone posted. It says, "Who the heck is a pirate that could be a GL. And so of course Meatface posted a picture of Han Solo, which, you know, Lando calls him a pirate a couple times. That's what the photo at on the thumbnail was Han Solo as a pirate in a pirate hat. I sincerely doubt that this is going to be our new pirate galactic legend, but I guess just hold on to your butts and we'll see. We'll see. I don't think that means anything. I think if he revealed the new galactic legend with a GIF, my guess is it's just a joke. I would be shocked if he was being serious, but crazier things have happened, and crazier things have happened than me signing off abruptly. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Is this good? Is this bad? Are we all dreading this new raid? Is it exciting? I'm actually a little excited. I know I've kind of sounded downbeat about this. I'm a little excited to see what the new raid has. I wish I had all the teams. It's very pay to win raid for the first couple months, which I suppose that is at least on some levels acceptable. All right, and with that very rambly non-abrupt ending, I will leave it. Let me know what your thoughts are, though, guys. Thank you all for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails, except at having non-rambly endings sometimes.